Alignment. Pick a close target. You're standing over a 150-yard shot. Perfect lie. No wind. You've got this. You swing, and the ball slices 30 yards right into the trees. Your buddy laughs. You pretend the sun was in your eyes. But here's the thing. You weren't even aimed at the target. This is just the first mistake you're making that's costing you strokes and making you feel like an idiot. Let's break it down. Here's what you're doing wrong right now. You pick your target, the flag, a tree in the distance, whatever it is, and you set up thinking you're aimed at it, but you're not. The problem is simple. Hitting a target 150 yards away or 200 yards away is incredibly difficult because the distance is so vast. Your eyes can't accurately judge that alignment from where you're standing. So your brain guesses, but we're not wired to judge distances like that with great accuracy. Here's what pros do instead. They pick a target much closer to them. Draw an imaginary line from your distant target back to your ball and find something along that line that's close. This could be a discolored piece of grass, a leaf, or just a spot on the grass. Make it just a few feet away. That's your real aiming point. Now align your club face to that close target. Your body follows the club face. Suddenly, alignment becomes easy because you're aiming at something you can actually see and judge accurately. This is what tour players do on every single shot. They're not staring at a flag 180 yards away trying to aim their body. They're locked in on a spot 3 feet in front of them. Visualize the shot. All right, you're aimed correctly. Now what? Most amateurs just step up and whack it. But here's tip number 2, visualize the shot before you hit it. And this doesn't mean vaguely thinking, I hope this goes straight, but actually seeing it in your mind. Picture the ball flight. Imagine the height it's going to fly. See the exact shape. Is it going to draw slightly or fade? See the trajectory, the apex, where it lands, how it rolls. Play that perfect shot in your mind like a movie. Watch it happen before you swing. The more vivid the image, the better. You're programming your brain and your body to execute what you just visualized. And this isn't feel-good nonsense. Science shows that the brain can't tell the difference between imagination and reality. So by doing this, it's like you're rehearsing the perfect shot, arm and wrist setup position. Moving on to tip number 3, how to get the perfect setup. Most golfers stand over the ball and try to get into the perfect position all at once. Arms here, wrists there, spine angle, all of it. And it never feels the same twice because you're guessing. So instead, develop a step-by-step system that gets you into the same perfect setup every single time. You're going to break it down into simple movements, one at a time, so you can consistently get to the ideal position. For example, first, stand over the ball with your club pointing straight down at it. Just hold the club and point it at the ball. Easy. Now, hinge your wrists upward so the club shaft is at about a 45-degree angle with the ground. Next, hinge the club backward toward your right side. Your wrists stay in that hinged position. You're just rotating the club back. Now you're set up to swing and you don't need to change your wrists at all. And you can get to this same position every single time because you follow the same steps. This is how you build consistency. Next, let's talk about your weight in tip number 4, weight shift. You've probably been told to shift your weight without anyone explaining how to actually do that. So you stand there, feet planted, trying to move your weight, and maybe it feels forced and awkward. If you struggle with the weight shift, then try this. Instead of keeping your feet planted and trying to shift your weight, actually take a step. Start by standing slightly to the right of the ball. As you take the club back, step forward with your left foot toward the ball. Your weight naturally shifts because you're literally stepping into the shot. This forces the weight transfer that you've been trying to manufacture. You can't step forward without your weight moving. This is how you learn what real weight shift feels like. Moving on to the backswing with tip number 5, backswing against the wall. Here's a drill that will fix your backswing plane in about 5 minutes, and you can do it in your living room. Stand with your back to a wall, close enough that if you swing the club back incorrectly, it'll hit the wall. Your goal is simple. Don't let the club touch the wall. If your club is swinging too far inside, or if you're lifting it too steep, you'll hear that thud as it smacks the wall behind you. That's your feedback. Adjust and swing again. Keep going until you can take a full backswing without touching the wall. This drill ingrains the correct swing plane because the wall gives you instant, undeniable feedback. You can't cheat it. You either hit the wall or you don't. Do this for 5 minutes before you head to the range. Swing back, don't hit the wall. The slice fix, towel drill. All right, you've got your backswing plane sorted with the wall drill. But what if you're still slicing? Let's see the fix with this tip number 6. Here's what's probably happening. Your arms are flying away from your body during the swing, your elbows are drifting out, your swing is getting wide and loose, and you're coming over the top. That's the slice move right there. So here's the fix. Grab a towel, fold it or roll it up, and put it across your chest. Now press down with your arms so you're holding it in place. Your elbows are pinned close to your body, and if they drift away from your torso, the towel drops. Now take your swing, backswing, downswing, follow through. Keep that towel pressed against your chest the entire time. If the towel falls, your arms got too far away from your body. This drill keeps your swing connected. Your arms and body move together as one unit instead of your arms doing their own thing. Grip pressure. Now for tip number 7. This one will sound simple, but it might actually be killing your entire swing. And that's grip pressure. When you strangle the grip, your forearms contract, your muscles tense up, and your entire swing becomes rigid. You lose speed, you lose fluidity, and you start hitting it all over the place. Tension is your enemy. So here's the scale. If 10 is the tightest you can possibly hold the club, literally squeezing it as hard as you can, and 1 is barely holding it at all, where should you be? The answer is about a 5 or 6. 50% of your max grip strength, or just a bit more. That might feel a bit looser than you're used to, but it's enough. And it's actually optimal because it lets you guide the club through the swing instead of forcing it. Think about it this way. You're not trying to crush the club into submission. You're guiding it through the swing. The club does the work. Your hands are just along for the ride. If your forearms are flexed and you can see the veins popping, you're gripping it way too tight. Loosen up. Let the club swing. You'll be shocked how much better you hit it when you stop fighting the club. Putting. Use the line on your ball. If you struggle with alignment on the greens, here's tip number 8 for the simplest fix in golf. Draw a line on your ball. Just take a Sharpie and draw a straight line around the equator of the ball. So many pro players do this too. When you're on the green, use that line to aim at your target. Set the ball down with the line pointing exactly where you want the ball to go. Now all you have to do is match your putter face to that line. If the line is aimed at the hole and your putter face is square to the line, you're aimed correctly. This removes the guesswork. You're not standing over the putt wondering if you're aimed right. You've already aimed the ball. Now you just have to hit it. This instantly improves your alignment, which means you make more putts. Chipping, feet together, weight forward. Here's how to make chipping way easier than you're making it right now. Put your feet together, literally together, like you're standing at attention. Put your weight on your front foot and leave it there. Put your hands slightly in front of the ball. Now chip. The ball pops up, lands on the green, rolls to the hole. Why does this work? Because when your feet are together and your weight is forward, you can't do all the things that screw up your chips. You can't sway, you can't hang back, you can't flip your wrists. Your body is stable, and all you can do is make a simple, controlled stroke. This is how you build consistency around the greens. Stop making it complicated. Feet together, weight forward, use your putting stroke. The ball will come out clean every time. Off the green, putter versus bump and run. You're just off the green. Fringe between you and the putting surface. What do you hit with? Most amateurs grab a wedge, but that's not the best option. If there's nothing to get over, meaning no bunker, no big mound, then use your putter. This is tip number 10. So why the putter? Because if you hit 10 putts from that spot, they'll end up closer to the hole than 10 chips. Putting is easier. You do it more. You're better at it. So why are you chipping when you could be putting on? The only time you don't put is when you have something to get over. If there's a big ridge or a bunker between you and the green, then you play a bump and run. Bump and run is simple. Grab an 8-iron or a 9-iron, something with less loft. Use your putting stroke. The ball pops up over the fringe, hits the green, and rolls like a putt. This is the decision tree. Nothing to get over, putter. Something to get over, bump and run. This alone will save you 2 or 3 strokes around. Bunker, hit the circle of sand. Bunkers scare amateurs because they think they have to hit the ball, but you don't. You're hitting sand. The sand lifts the ball out. That's it. Here's how to make this easy. Visualize a small circle of sand around the ball. You can't draw it, unfortunately, but do your best to picture it in your mind. The ball is in the center. The circle is maybe 4 or 5 inches across. Your job is to hit that circle, not the ball. The circle of sand under it. You want to make contact a couple inches behind the ball. The club slides under the ball, lifts the circle of sand, and the ball rides out on top of that sand. You're splashing the sand onto the green, and the ball comes with it. When you do it right, you'll see a shallow divot in the sand where your circle was. The ball will pop out soft and land on the green. Clean your ball. And that is to clean your ball. Every time you pick it up, wipe it off. As you play, the ball collects pieces of grass, sand, and mud. And a dirty ball doesn't fly the way it's supposed to. Mud affects the spin. Debris in the dimples changes the flight path. You're out here trying to hit good shots, but you've got stuff on your ball that's screwing it up. This is especially important because it takes just a few seconds and doesn't require any skill. Just keep a towel on your bag, mark your ball, give it a quick wipe, and put it back down. Clean ball, better performance. Now you have 11 tips that'll save you from looking like you just picked up a club yesterday. None of this is complicated, but most golfers don't do it, which is why they're still shooting the same scores they were 5 years ago. Now go play. But before you do, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel for more tips that'll up your game.